Hey everybody, it's Camille here. Thank you so much for coming to spend a little bit of time with me on the internet. If you enjoy spending time with me and you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back by. If you've never been here before, I hope you enjoy hanging out with me a little bit. But regardless, I would really appreciate it if you would join my tarot community I'm trying to create here, and subscribe and do the thumbs up and tell the algorithm that yes, maybe more people want to see this. So we're going to do a show and tell of an oracle deck that I'm not sure, I think actually may be out of print. I'd gotten it on Etsy in about 2015, I believe it was, I got this deck. I'm not a huge oracle person, although I am a collector and enthusiast, so I do collect decks. And sometimes it's just because the beautiful artwork. Although I am being called to start using oracle more, so we'll see. And I filmed a couple of videos tonight, and I decided I wanted to film one more to show this beautiful deck. I also decided I'm going to leave a link. When I leave the link in the description box, if the deck is available. People ask about my lipstick and my t-shirts all the time, so I think I'm going to start leaving that in the description box of what I'm wearing. And this is a Black Moon Cosmetics lipstick, and this is a t-shirt from pretty much the only company that I get my t-shirts from, T-Villain. This is a two-woman operation here, and I love supporting small independent creators and independent, well, not an independent, but an independent company for the lipstick, and as well as the t-shirt ladies. They are two people who are from New Orleans, and I love supporting them. And so T-Villain is the name of the company. And so I'm going to start leaving that since people have been asking me about that. So this deck tonight is going to be the Oracle of Shadows, and it's by Ariana Siegel. And I got this deck, like I said, I got it on Etsy, and at the time when I went to look it up a few minutes ago before making the video, I'm really afraid that it's not in print anymore, which really kind of sucks because it's a cool deck, and she has another Oracle deck that I have from her that I don't believe is in print. But if you have this deck, I'd love to know, or if you know of a way that people can find it, or Ariana Siegel, if you see this video, please let us know if you're going to put this deck back out into the world on your Etsy shop, because you do some really, really cool decks. So this is a photo manipulation deck. No, this is a photo collage deck. And I'm looking forward to starting to learn how to do photo collage. My friend Claire is an artist, and she's going to teach me how to start doing collage work. Forgive me, you guys. I have been talking all day because that's what I do for a living. But my voice is letting me know it's time to stop talking. The backs of the deck look like this, which is this beautiful, warm, rich brown, this really cool pattern and design. It's almost like a fleur-de-lis, but not quite. Very Victorian feel, almost like the front of the closure tablet is what's called on the above ground tombs. That cement slab on the front that has people's information and birth and date, whatnot. It's called a closure tablet. And that's kind of what that reminds me of something that would be on top or on the side of someone's tomb or on a mausoleum. I love that earthy, warm brown color. I'm not a big brown person, but that's really pretty on the back. So it comes with a title card, which I think is pretty freaking funny, of the Grim Reaper, Santa Muerta, death itself, using the Ouija board. And all of the cards have at the top of them and at the base the little bit of orange at the bottom and then at the top. And it looks almost like, I'm honestly not sure, is it leaves? Is it flower petals, something of the sort. And that archway, like a Victorian oval frame at the top of it. So the deck is very nod to old-fashioned, like early teens and 20s. Again, you see the beautiful frame of the antique frame. So it's very creepy. It's very appropriate for this time of year of Halloween season, October spooky season, Mabon. And this will be a part of a longer video that I will do, decks into the descent hashtag, that I'll do a video on. But I just wanted to feature this one in and of itself. And so there is a lot of old black and white photography. I really love this Secrets. I think that's so cool with the enlarged keyhole. So it is definitely for those who are a bit more with the goth feel, those of us who like a little bit more of the creepy and the macabre. That is genuinely disturbing. Memory, more like a terrifying memory you might want to forget. But that's what I love about this deck. Renewal. Beautiful in the cemetery. The veiled ghostly woman. Vigilance. I mean, there's so much going on. Look at these people. Look at these faces. Why are we holding a head? They were vigilant about whatever needed to be watched over, and anybody who, yep, she has a hatchet in her hand. So again, this is definitely for those on the more obscure side, piranhas in Dresses for Love. I love this one, Magic. Our beautiful witch in the night sky, casting spells, casting her wishes. Caution, or creepy pretty bride with a candelabra. Play. Creepy ass pumpkin faced terrifying children. Spellbound with the witch. Invitation with the plague doctor's mask on. I love Intuition. Look at her. Again, it's very old Hollywood, black and white movies from the 30s even, maybe with that one. Regret. So I think this deck would work well as, Command. I love this one. She commands all the bats with her bat dress on. I think this deck would work well with any number of other decks. In particular, off the top of my head, this would go well with, a deck I need to do a review on. Anything that's, you know, more of your dark work, your shadow work kinds of decks. Mr. Poe for Imagination. And of course, as a clarifier for certain other cards, I could see where this would really go well with Syrian Shadows decks. Isn't that so pretty? Seduction. Caught in a Web, though. Crossroads, very nod to New Orleans voodoo and Papagette there. Delusion. I could see this, yeah, this would go really nicely with Syrian Shadows decks, I wouldn't be mad at this perhaps with Darkwood. I could see where this would go well with Tarot of Vampires. Oops, I'm dropping my earbud, guys. You know me, this is Camille. Life in real time. Nothing fancy going on here, guys. Change. This is an interesting one for change. I might have to sit with that one. Let's see what that's about. Manifest. Two terrifyingly creepy fairy godmothers. I could see where these decks, oh, that's beautiful. I could see where these decks would go well for just altar work, channeling the energy of the card on a particular altar space. And again, any of the darker goddesses or gods that you work with, this would be great for. Ancestors. You know, in Voodoo, we honor ancestors all the time. Aboveda is up. But for people who follow more of the pagan path of having, where they have the Dumb Supper and honoring ancestors that's specific to this time of year, the Messenger. These creepy old antique vintage look and vintage masks. And I love how it's all this black and white with just this, oh my God, look at his expression. That man is genuinely horrified. And just the beautiful way that she did the collage of the imagery. But I love how with all the black and white imagery, there are those beautiful pops of color with the orange. And then instead of a black background, that chocolate brown with black and white photography. So let's just pull a card right quick. And I always cut in 3. The Messenger. This makes me think of messages perhaps from our deceased loved ones as they, you know, the veil is thinner at this time of year. Maybe doing some cards, throwing some cards to get messages from your ancestors, anything that they want to perhaps speak to you about or say at this time of year. And it doesn't mean that you have to have it set up as a formal way of connecting with them with an altar space, but it might be good to be a little bit more disciplined and formal in your doing of this, to set this up as more of a consistent thing, or just a formal altar space that you set with them. Also, maybe looking for signs in nature, specifically anything that flies, birds, crows, but cardinals, or anything else that flies. If you still like live where, you know, in the warm climate like I do, where it might be dragonflies or anything like that. But what communication do you need to have before things get stagnant? What communication about burying the past or burying things so that they don't come back to haunt you by not openly discussing things at this time? And noticing what messages that your spirits or ancestors are trying to give to you during this autumnal pre-Halloween season. So I think as I'm filming this, it's October 10th, I believe. So in preparation, how can you prepare for honoring your loved ones and giving them the messages and that you want to convey to them, or being open to any messages that they are trying to convey to you? And how do you communicate? Do you speak directly to your spirits? Do you talk to them just like they are sentient beings, which is how we do in Voodoo, and many witches do that as well? Is it appropriate for you to write something, write a letter to your spirits, write that out and put it on your altar space? So things to think about. And I hope you have enjoyed this video and this walkthrough of the Oracle of Shadows. And if it is available, I will leave in the description box. So happy October, everybody. It's my favorite month. It's many of our witchy people's favorite month, but I will see you all in the next video.